Yo, yo, yo. What's up? We here with Unity Nation. Alright. What's your name, man?
Promise Child.
Alright, man. So what that name mean, man?
Unity Nation, man, it just means, everybody coming together as a collective. You know what I mean? Because unity is power, man. And unity comes power, comes money, man. And that's the way that, everybody can take off and do what they got to do. You understand?
Alright. You say your name Promise Child. So what that name come from? Why you chose that name?
Man, to be honest with you, since I was a child, man, I always felt like that I was a promise to the world. I always felt like that it was something special inside of me that I could express to people. I felt like it was meant for me to be here. It was my destiny to unify people.
Alright, cool. So Unity Nation, man, what is that? Is that like a cult, religion, black nationalists? What you going by that, man?
We'll be more like on the black nationalism side. You understand what I'm saying? That's just about it. No religion, but we do welcome all religions and all walks of life to come and unify with one another. You understand?
Alright, cool. So what is the mission of the Unity Nation?
The mission would be to, first of all, deal with the people that we see every day that are lacking, the people who are lacking understanding, lacking unity, the people who are struggling. So first, before you can spread out to the world and unify the world, you have to start with your community, which would be like your little tribe, your little nation, and you have to unify them. And that's what it's all about, bringing communities together.
Okay. So you talk about working with people. What are the type of people that you're willing to work with?
Man, I'm willing to work with anybody who is down for unified and helping impoverished people, right? That's who I'm down for working with. People who wants to achieve and be something in this life. You understand what I'm saying? That's all. It could be a religion. It could be a cult, whatever you may call it. But as long as we down for unifying each other and help uplift each other without the bickering and the arguing. So it's all about nation building.
Okay, nation building. So when I heard the name Black Nationalist, I'm listening to the name Black Nationalist and it's black. Are you willing to work with white people?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm down working for white people who, you understand, who are down to help us achieve what we need to achieve in this world. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with working with white people, Asians, Arabs. I'm down for as long as they're down for uplifting our people and getting us out of poverty. That's what I'm down for.
So this Black Nationalist thing, is this something that you started, or is it something that you carrying on, or are you carrying the torch, or what's going on with that?
Something I'm just carrying on. I didn't start this. What they always say, there's nothing new under the sun. You always had brothers and sisters who was down for black nationalism. You always did. So I'm just carrying it on, and I feel like that's something that's placed upon my heart to go out and carry out.
Okay. You talk about, you say you're willing to work with people that's religious, and Unity Nation is not a religious organization. Would you call yourself an atheist?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm an atheist. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that. I'm not an atheist. I do believe in the supreme being. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this ain't about what religion that we believe in. This is about us coming out the gutter. Because you have poor Muslims, you have poor Christians, you have poor Buddhists, you have poor everything. Anything you can think of, any race, any nationality, any religion, there's poor people within it. And the Unity Nation is all about uplifting poor people and getting them out of the state that they in, the poverty that they in. But my main focus, and why I say that I'm down for black nationalism, and why I say I'm down for helping black people, because them the people that I see every day. These are the people, and I'm black myself. These are the people that I identify with.
Okay, cool. So you do believe in a God. You do believe there's a higher power.
I do believe there's a higher power.
Okay.
You could call him God, you could call him Allah, you could call him Yahweh, you could call him what you want to call it. But at the end of the day, as we sit here today, our people are struggling. And if we could just all unify with one another and build a nation. See, the thing about a nation is a nation has many different people within it. But at the end of the day, they do come to a common factor, and they do agree on one thing, and that's uplifting their people. When you think about Hitler, Hitler uplifted the Germans. You understand what I'm saying? That was German nationalism, and he uplifted his people. I'm all down for uplifting my people. You can believe what you want to believe, but at the end of the day, are you down for unity and uplifting your people?
Okay. I heard you talking about poor people and uplifting people and unity. Is this organization about money? Because I heard you mention black businesses and uplifting black businesses and black ownership. Is this organization more about unity than money?
Yeah, it's way more about unity than it is money. See, the system that we live in today is based on money. So you may hear me say money a whole lot because that's the basic things that you need in society to get or obtain what you want. You understand what I'm saying? But as I said before, at the end of the day, it's about unity and it's about power, then it's about money. See, money don't come first. And you have to put love inside of that as well. So we can say love, unity, power, then money. Money comes last. You understand what I'm saying? So this movement is not about money. But at the end of the day, in this society that we live in this world that we live today, we do need money to generate, to uplift us to come out of poverty.
Okay, cool. All right, so I mean, you got all these self-conscious leaders, these black conscious leaders, these business conscious leaders. Would you identify with being a conscious leader?
I wouldn't say that I'm a conscious leader. I mean, I am aware of a lot of things, and I am conscious of a lot of things. But at the end of the day, I'm me, and I'm not trying to throw a title upon myself, you know. And if you want to put a title on me, just put unity.
Okay, cool. All right. So you rather have unity than money. Can you go more to depth with what you're saying about that? As far as unifying, do you just want to unify black people or unify people in the whole cost of just coming together and succeeding together and fighting the system?
All right. When you think about unity, right, and the reason why unity is more important than money is, in any society, who told you that money was important, right? And that's the first thing you got to ask yourself. So it was a unit that did it. Whether you may call it a government, you may call it a tribe, you may call it a corporation, these people come together and they unify. And once they unify, they come to an agreement. And that agreement established power. And when you establish the power, you establish money. So unity and power decides what money is going to be. Wars have been fought over taxes and things like that. But who was imposing the taxes? And who said that these coins or this money means anything? It was a unit that came together to say that. So once we unify and we have power, then we could build our own nation and we could have our own money. Now, when it comes to fighting a system that is obviously set against us, right, we have to unify to make changes. Now, you see a lot of groups in the world that come together and they make changes. It's called overthrow. Now, I'm not saying let's go out and grab guns and shoot at the government and things like that. I'm saying that we have to take responsibility for our own communities, right? We should be able to sell food to ourselves, right? We should have our own grocery stores, our own barbershops, our own distribution companies when it comes to music, our own social media sites. There's nothing wrong with that because everybody else have their platforms that they own. So that's all it is with me. It's not preaching violence. I do believe in self-defense, but it's not violence. It's all about uplifting the community, and we sell to each other and we empower each other, and that's all.
Okay. So obviously, how old are you, man?
28.
You're 28 years old. So obviously, you haven't been preaching black nationalists or preaching black businesses. So what made you want to start doing this? What made you want to start giving back or teaching or helping out black people? What made you come to a point to say, look, time for me to start doing what I want to do?
Actually, I've been feeling like that forever, right? And it comes down to I've been running away from what I was called to do. That's all. And I know it always been in my heart since a child, since the 6th grade. I always felt like, yo, I need to go out and do more for my people and not just keep talking about it. So now it's like, you know, when you fed up and you fed up and you fed up, or you know, when you're running from something but you know that's really your calling. So now I'm running to my calling and not away from it. So I always felt like that.
Okay. So you said you always felt like that. So what are the things you were doing before you came onto this black nationalism? Were you just being a young man just out here wilding like the rest of us, like a normal young man, or was you ever religious? Did you ever dedicate yourself to something, or was you a working guy? Like what type of guy were you before you came upon this Unity Nation?
Well, I was, you know, ripping and running the streets wilding, you know. I had jobs here and there, and deep inside me, I felt like, yo, this is not what I'm here to do. You understand what I'm saying? Ripping and running the streets, I know that wasn't for me. That's not a lifestyle. In and out of jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of brothers in and out of jail couldn't find their way. But deep inside, my opinion would be that everybody know what they calling is. Everybody know what their gift is. I can't tell them what their gift is. And deep inside, you know your gift. So you don't gotta work that 9 to 5, brother. You ain't gotta work that 9 to 5, sister. You understand what I'm saying? We all have a gift. Like, you know, it's always that one person in the neighborhood that can cook good. Everybody go to that house and they cook real good. And you're like, yo, why that person never start up a restaurant? Well, I'm the brother that I feel like that I can inspire that person, right? I can inspire that person and let them know, listen, you can create your own restaurant. You don't have to go work for a restaurant. Or I'm the guy who just like to inspire people and talk to people all the time. Like they always say, boy, you talk too much. So I always knew it was my gift.
Okay. So what you're telling me, you're a work in progress yourself?
Yes, sir. And there's nothing wrong with being a work in progress. You know, a lot of people, they want to be seen at the top of their game, and that's what they want to act like they're at the top of their game. But I'm just a brother who's trying to make it, and we're not going to use the word try, but I'm a brother who has reformed, right? That's what I'm going to say. I'm a brother who has reformed and changed the way that I thought about life and saw life. And now I'm tapping into the gifts that I know that I have. And I say that everybody should do that.
Okay, so it sounds like you're a brother just seeing the things that was going around him and that wasn't working in his favor or working in his people's favor, so you decide to change it.
Right.
Okay. Right. All right. So you say you're a work in progress, and you're nothing special. Everybody has gifts, and everybody has a journey they want to walk on, the path they have to walk on and take to get to where they need to be. All right. So what things you'll tell a young guy that's not even thinking about starting a business? What are the things you'll tell a young guy that's just walking the streets, just fighting, this stealing, that's selling narcotics, is doing things that's not in the light of being becoming unity or becoming a black successful young man?
Well, I would say tap into your gift. Find out, you know, that's like the big thing that I've been saying, are the gifts. Tap into your gift, right? Because it got to be more into running around stealing, selling narcotics, partying, always high, always intoxicated. Brother, it's more than that. And a young brother would tell me, no, it's not, man. My daddy won't deal. My mother always at work. No one never paid attention to me, and I feel like it's forget the world. And I'm gonna do, no, brother, just sit down, right? And it's brothers like me that have to go into these communities, and shout out to the Nation of Islam as well, because they go into the darkest places, so they say, where it's plenty of gifts at, and they go and they help brothers, right? So I feel like that's something for me to do as well. We have to go into these communities and talk to these young brothers and let them know there's light, brother. You don't have to do that. There is light.
Okay, so Unity Nation is not one of those organizations where they're just telling these young men and young women. Are you willing to staple yourself in a young woman, young man's life every day, far as calling them, popping up on them, and really digging into them, no matter if they like it or not? Or are you a type of organization where you're just gonna sit and talk and just keep it moving?
Well, this is an organization that wants to make an impact in people's lives, right? Now, this is where you know, when you think of organizations like the Jehovah's Witness, when you think of organizations like the Nation of Islam, they get down and dirty. You know, Jehovah's Witness, we all have experienced Jehovah's Witness, and they knock on your door and they come share their message. Now, for someone who really wants to help the community, you have to go to that community. We can't hide behind the camera every day and not go to these communities and talk to these people, because it's everybody that's hiding behind cameras. But we have to get down, and we are willing, and I am willing to get down and gritty and go talk to them.
Exactly, because you got organizations where they'll knock on the door and just pass out a pamphlet and keep it moving. So you want to dig yourself deep into these ghettos and these communities in a light where you can shine and impute excellence, black excellence and black nationalism.
Correct. And we have to at the end of the day, it really don't take money to have an institution. We can meet and greet anywhere and talk, right? So we have to re-educate each other. We have to educate our people and talk to our people, and that takes time. You understand what I'm saying? To go in and reach and talk, because people have been hurt so much by scam artists or whatever, you know. So you have to earn the trust of the people, and you have to be genuine about what you're doing. And people can see if you genuine and love what you're doing. So you have to go talk to people and call people and counsel people, and that'll be the best way to, you know, talk to your people and deal with your people and the people who are scarred.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, it seems like an organization that's just starting to grow. So how many members you think you should have in your organization?
Well,
do you have a projected monthly membership, or you have a projected weekly membership, or do you have to pay the membership, or you just want to connect with different people?
Right now, I just want to connect with different people. Right now, I'm just currently focused on doing the mission that I was put here to do. Right. So as far as numbers and things like that, you know, yeah, it will grow one day. But right now, I'm focused on doing what I need to do.
Okay. So it seems like it's an organization that just wants to connect. You guys are not focused on membership. You guys are not focused on you have to join. Because at that point it seems like a scam almost, right?
Yeah, that's not what it's about. That's not.
So it sounds like to me you guys want to connect with the barbers, with the cameramans, with the hip hop artists, with the beat makers, with the black lawn take cares, the black, you know what I'm saying? You just want to connect with black excellence.
That's all. Just connected with black excellence. And
to uphold that connection. So all right, you say you want to connect with black excellence and black businessmen and black businesswomen. So is this organization focused on that, not so much as the youth, or are you focused on the youth coming up, and you just pushing the business aspect of that to the side?
Well, of course we'll focus on the youth. The youth is the future.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to be focused on the youth. You have to. That is a must. And nation building, you have to focus on. You have to nurture the youth. You have to teach the youth. You understand everything that you know, and sometimes allow them to grow. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times you have to let them grow, because the youth innovates. You understand what I'm saying? What the elders did is always a new generation that comes behind the elder and innovate something new.
Okay.
Right? But still sticking with the same principles of nation building.
All right. So I hear you talk about black businesses and nation business. Do you have a business of your own? Do you own a business of your own?
Not right now. And right now I'm just doing my calling. And my calling is to inspire and teach. You understand what I'm saying? I will be having a podcast on the way, which would be my business. You understand what I'm saying? To reach out and teach people. That is my business. To go out and teach people and innovate.
Okay. Would you call Unity Nation a non-profit organization?
Yeah, it would be a non-profit organization just mixed with business owners who are willing to give back and help their own.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have your own business venture with these bright and great business people that you're gonna be working with. So, what do you what the type of person that you expect to be associated with Unity Nation? What are the type of people you want to say carry that mantle? Say I'm part of this and I represent this.
Someone who represents black excellence.
Okay. When you say someone who represents black excellence, you can have the dude that's on the corner selling 10 keys a week saying he's black excellence, and he has no problem with it because the government does the same thing. Is that somebody you will want to be part of the organization?
Well, that's a guy that we could go talk to, speaking like what we was talking about earlier about knocking door to door and talking to people and inspiring people and meeting and greeting and things like that. That's a brother that you could tell, listen, brother, that's not a way to live, because you're going to end up in somebody's jail or on somebody's grave doing that. So how about you take that same energy and that same entrepreneurship that you put into selling 10 kilos a week, how about you take that same energy and put it into what you really love to do? See, the problem is a lot of people a lot of brothers and sisters from the community don't believe they could do what they really want to do. Like, perfect example, you go talk to a